I'm not a morning person. I've never been a morning person. I've hated it since I was a kid.
First, my mornings were pretty groggy.
I just was dragging, couldn't get going.
I went from being somebody who couldn't get up before noon to getting up at 6 a.m. every day.
I wanted to fall asleep at my desk by 7:30 in the morning.
I've had struggles with anxiety and depression. I was so tired. Sometimes really getting motivated to get out of bed is really hard.
This stuff, it keeps me motivated. It also is great for my mood, because honestly, the moment that it hits my mouth, it just makes me happy because it's just happiness.
I was focused. I was getting things done at work like clockwork.
I think I was surprised by how well it worked almost immediately. I found that within 10, 15 minutes, I just felt awake. And I was like, okay, I'm awake now.
The fog definitely went away. I definitely had a lot more of what felt like natural energy, nothing that was artificial and like I said, had my heart racing or anything of that nature. It was
Even after the first day, I had zero cravings for sugar. I had zero cravings for coffee. It actually helps me drink more water throughout the day. And it sort of starts me off making better choices for what I do eat during the day. So I was really surprised at how fast the change was.
Also kind of surprised that it was fun, something I started to look forward to in the morning.
I was shocked. It gave me results I was in no way expecting. It was the first thing that I've ever seen like this where the hype actually matches the product.
Hey, my name's Chucky, and this is my rock star wife, Shelby. We're the founders of Club Early Bird. We've helped over 100,000 go-getters wake up early, motivated, and energized. The Early Bird movement has been featured in Forbes, Fox, NBC, and multiple television networks, and have helped improve over 22 million mornings. But it didn't exactly start the way you think. Let's take a second to rewind to where it all started. This is Shelby and I in 2017 trying our very first samples. Almost 12 months into a 2-year-long daily journey of trialing, testing, researching, and pursuing a better, healthier, and more effective way to wake up in the morning with clean energy, better focus, mood, and motivation. I'd like to say my motivation to find the perfect morning routine was to improve the lives of millions of people around the world, like we now have. But that's not my story. As you're about to hear, this journey started with me desperately trying to turn my own life around after I hit rock bottom, due to tiredness and fatigue. Our story is going to give you hope around a philosophy that if you improve your morning, you'll also improve your life. This is more than just an idea, but is now a new reality for over 100,000 others who have transformed their lives by owning their mornings again. And soon you'll see how easy it can be done. In the short time we have together, we'll openly share all the ups, downs, twists, turns, and controversial discoveries that led to us stumbling upon what's now being called the future of waking up early, getting more done, and improving life. You'll hear raw and honest case studies from everyday people, some groundbreaking discoveries from doctors, and science-backed studies that will change the way you think about your mornings. Also, I believe it's no accident that you're watching this right now. You're about to hear things you wish you knew years ago, just like we did. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join us as we share how to transform your mornings and life, like we did for tens of thousands before you. Let's go.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Oh my goodness.
Ready? All right. What if waking up early was easy and improved all areas of your life? Here's how 2 unlikely ingredients increase energy, motivation, plus allow you to enjoy caffeine without fatigue crash, anxiety, jitters, headaches, or stomach issues.
If you're someone who drinks 2 or more cups of coffee or energy drinks just to get through your day, and if you feel like you're a slave to your alarm clock and just maybe coffee isn't cutting it for you anymore, you're not alone, and there is hope.
Probably hit snooze a a dozen times.
I was drinking 3 to 4 energy drinks a day.
Drink like 1 or 2 cups of coffee just so that I could like function.
I used to be a 3-cup-a-day drinker.
It's actually a sign that a toxic hormone is blocking your body's natural energy and keeping you in an unhealthy state of tiredness and fatigue.
However, there is good news. Thanks to new research, over 100,000 people are now waking up earlier, easier, and healthier with all-day clean energy, focus, motivation, and productivity. Here's how. You're about to hear a story of how we ended up discovering an unlikely combination of natural ingredients that, when paired together, reverses the negative effects of a little-known energy-blocking hormone reaction that's causing havoc for millions of coffee lovers.
And simultaneously unlocks natural, long-lasting energy and motivation like someone in their 20s.
Hey y'all, this is totally unlike me to do stuff like this. I'm a 40-plus-year-old grandma. I've tried a bazillion different things, but as evidenced by this morning, it is 6:54, quite early by my standards, and I'm already dressed, ready to go walk in the park.
And the best part? It starts with doing one simple thing that takes less than 20 seconds. You do it as soon as the morning alarm goes off. Don't even have to get out of bed.
And believe it or not, within minutes, you'll experience a natural, clean feeling energy, mental alertness, and motivation to wake up and get things done without that tired, groggy, morning slump depression. Look, if that sounds almost too good to be true, hey, we get it. Seriously, in this free video, we're going to be super raw and real and openly share the amazing journey that quite innocently started off by simply trying to find an easier and healthier way to wake up early, but ended up creating a cheat code for all-day energy, focus, and mood-boosting motivation to improve almost every other area of life.
Yeah, it's about 8:30 and I'm already up, dressed, done, workout. Everything's so freaking amazing. No jitters, no crash, no headaches, which I would normally get with caffeine, any type of caffeine, coffee or whatever. And I'm just like blown away by how awesome this stuff is and how great I feel.
As you'll hear, our story behind this breakthrough got picked up by Forbes magazine, Fox News, CBS News, and set off an online tsunami of life-changing testimonials that still boggles our mind today.
I have a couple of autoimmune disorders. I wasn't really being an active human. I was functioning, I was working, I was going to work and coming home, but I wasn't like continually to do anything. So now I can. And let me tell you, within the first day, I was in shock. Like, wow, I can't believe I feel so good, you know, and it continues to do that.
The next few minutes will be nothing short of life-changing for you. Studies now clearly show that consuming caffeine the wrong way actually triggers this energy-blocking hormone reaction and is one of the core reasons behind the persistent fatigue cycle that's affecting millions of Americans every day, where it feels like no amount of rest, no amount of coffee, no amount of energy drinks, or no amount of willpower helps to feel properly energized or alert in the morning, where your mood swings are frequent, your coffee crashes and afternoon slumps are the new norm, and your morning fatigue bleeds into your day, affecting your health, productivity, relationships, and other areas of your life. And I should know, because that's exactly what happened to me. The scariest part is I didn't know why at such a young age I went to fatigue hell and back. It wasn't until Shelby and I finally figured out the core reason why I constantly battled fatigue, to the point of almost completely destroying my life, that we were able to truly repair the problem. It's a fatigue hormone everyone deals with, but it's been breaking you down for so long, your body's simply unable to recover. It's this burning candle at both ends that floods your blood with so much of this hormone, it's literally poisoning you. Which is why I need to tell you a quick, true story. I want to show you something. Let's go for a drive. In 2017, my battle with morning fatigue eventually made it almost impossible to live a normal life. No matter what I tried, as soon as the morning alarm clock went off, it was like the heaviness of life was just waiting for me to open my eyes. My waking moments were instantly flooded with feelings of hopelessness. I just wanted to curl up and avoid facing the day. I always justified hitting the snooze button again and again and again. I'd mentally subtract something from my morning to-do list with every snooze button hit until I only had minutes left to brew a hot cup of depression we call coffee, get dressed and race out the door. stressed, often snapping at Shelby just for trying to talk to me. My physical fatigue led to mental fatigue. I hated myself, but it showed up as anger. I was at the opposite end of being productive. Everything I did was forced. My only escape from this self-loathing was gaming or getting wasted on the weekends. But then I hated myself even more for wasting my life away. Any given moment, I could be a millisecond away from snapping at someone with undeserved spitefulness. I'd always regret it, and at the end, I'd end up hating myself even more. I was on a downward spiral. It affected my relationships, my mental state, my self-worth, my health, my income. I was a mere shell of my true self. My lowest point came one morning, being stuck in traffic, knowing I was going to be late for work again, fuming and so angry, my head pounding from stress, thoughts racing through my mind with all the failed endeavors I'd started but never finished. Always felt drained, always felt overwhelmed, no mental, physical, or emotional capacity to do anything about it. But on that morning, I knew I couldn't keep living like this. I remember hammering the steering wheel with my fist, feeling so angry but helpless at the same time. I didn't want to be that guy anymore. I knew I was better than what I was showing up as. I remember feeling this fierce desire to change. I think that was the moment. The moment when a different voice pierced through my clouded mind. An old familiar voice from a time when I wasn't such a downer. A series of memories started flashing in my mind. Times when I was at my best. I remember feeling a tiny spark of hope, as if I knew that on the other side of these thoughts was the answer. And sure enough, moments later, it became crystal clear. It was like the veil was lifted and I was standing face to face with my shadow side. My number one enemy who had attached itself to every failure like a blood-sucking leech. The one thing that sabotaged every meaningful thing that I had hoped or strived for in recent years. Now, it should be no surprise to you, but it wasn't until that moment that I realized that the one thing was my ongoing tiredness and fatigue. That was my kryptonite that drained me of everything. Now, at the time, I didn't know the true cause of my fatigue. But when you hear the real cause behind this, you'll never think about your morning rituals the same way again. I had an unusual confidence that if I could beat this fatigue, that almost every area of my life would improve. I felt excited and in control. You see, it's not knowing that's the problem. Lack of knowledge will keep you in the same four-walled prison. And now that I could see what I was up against, oh boy, I was ready to throw down. I felt motivation pump through my veins, and I knew I was going to topple this giant fatigue problem once and for all. I had to attack where it was the most powerful and debilitating. The part of the day where my fatigue was worse. The morning. All right, we're here, and this is where the story gets crazy. I was convinced that if I could just find a healthy way to make waking up early easy and have long-lasting energy and focus all day, I would be in a better mood, feel more motivated, and capable to get done.
We didn't know at this stage that there were two extremely bioavailable natural ingredients that improve mood, positivity, and motivation.
That was probably one of the biggest surprises of my life, was when we discovered that the right formulation of certain ingredients not only got rid of the constant brain fog, but also makes us feel happier and motivated. The difference was night and day. So crazy, and we'll share these ingredients with you shortly, plus the right and wrong way to take them. Because know this, we discovered an ugly side of the health industry called label dressing, where not everything you read on labels is true. More on that soon.
My biggest surprise was when we discovered the truth about caffeine.
True.
I was like, what the heck?
That actually angered me that this wasn't common knowledge.
And if we knew about consuming caffeine the wrong way all that time, we wouldn't have lost all those years.
Exactly. It's like everyone knows the dangers of excessive drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes, but coffee, it somehow stayed under the radar. And we're not saying you have to give up coffee, but it's highly likely your coffee habit is actually blocking the energy you're wanting, robbing your body of the natural energy that you can tap into when caffeine is done the right way. So back to the story. After my come to Jesus moment that day in the car, as soon as I got home from work, I told Shelby my plan. She was all in. And I jumped to the laptop and Googled how to wake up early. And down the rabbit hole I went. Before long, I had a list of ideas to try to make waking up early with energy easy. I even started a video vlog of my journey. I tried putting my phone across the room so I had to get up to turn off the alarm.
morning face spray.
Explosive gum in the morning.
True. Oregano oil that was gross. I was so obsessed with beating my morning fatigue, I even tried sniffing salts, which are the things that fighters use when they're knocked out. Don't do that, by the way. Here's what that looks like.
I've always wanted to try one of these. We're gonna go for it. Oh my God! Oh! Wow! God, that burned! Oh my God! I'm literally crying!
Yes, it's that bad. I had a lot of failed attempts and was reading everything I could find. Eventually, I read about a concept called a morning cocktail. It was simply putting a glass of water mixed with sea salt and lemon juice on your nightstand. And as soon as your alarm goes off, first thing you do is drink it. And even though waking up to a sour seawater drink was pretty bad, it was the first thing that actually made a small, tiny difference. Nothing big, but it helped with hydration, so something was better than nothing. In fact, you could even try that for yourself tomorrow morning. Did you know we lose over a pound of water while sleeping overnight? And more if you're a mouth breather or a snorer. This simply makes us super dehydrated when we wake up. But hydration, which is only one piece of a much bigger puzzle I was determined to solve. You see, like Shelby alluded to, I discovered that there were clinically proven natural ingredients that not only helped energy, but also improved cognitive function, mood, and motivation. And one morning, the idea hit me. I thought, what if there was a morning cocktail that included everything the body needs to easily wake up early, with long-lasting energy, mental alertness, and motivation. For almost 2 years, while everyone else in the world was binge watching Netflix, I probably binged more hours researching the science behind all of this than you have watching Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, and Stranger Things combined. My fascination about waking up early had turned into a full-blown obsession. All right.
Wow.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Within those 2 years, we ordered in samples and tested almost every ingredient imaginable that claimed to help us wake up early with energy and motivation to slay the day. I want to save you thousands of dollars that we spent on testing samples and give you the highlights from those ingredients that we tested for 2 years so you can look forward to a game-changing transformation.
Okay, so we've actually been filming today. We're doing the early bird morning cocktail and I tried it. I get pretty grogged down. I just feel like I could keep going all day.
So between getting out of bed and having the mental clarity to start doing anything, I'm ready to go in maybe 15 minutes. Whereas before it would take me an hour and a half before I would be in any kind of a mental headspace to do anything.
Now, the hormone that's preventing you from ever having the energy you need to feel healthy, happy, and confident is cortisol. It's your main stress hormone, and not only is it robbing you of your energy potential, cortisol also triggers emotional eating, weight gain, inflammation, and accelerated aging in the way you look and feel. However, and you're gonna love this, we discovered 2 rare nutrients that are clinically proven to help repair the reason why cortisol is flooding your bloodstream and keeping you imprisoned in an exhausted, inflamed, unhealthy, fatigued state. But what is cortisol, and why are you being poisoned by it? Imagine Bruce Banner turning into the Incredible Hulk. It's the Hulk's fight or flight response to stress. So instead of turning you into a muscly green superhero with anger issues, our body releases cortisol so you're on high alert and you have fast energy during times of stress. The same way early humans would get bursts of cortisol to literally run away from a tiger so they don't die, today our tigers or stress aren't necessarily as obvious. Cell phone notification, the rising cost of oil and gas, inflation, driving in traffic, arguing with your spouse, paying your bills, going all day without eating, working late.
Oh, working late is a major cortisol trigger.
There are just so many modern day cortisol triggers, it's impossible to avoid them. Research shows that if your entire life is in high stress and you're always on the go in high gear, your body may constantly pump out cortisol, causing cortisol poisoning. And this has severe negative effects that could lead to ongoing fatigue, chronic sleep issues, weight gain, headaches, digestive problems, anxiety or depression, bone loss or osteoporosis, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even low sex drive and impotence. Now here's the scariest part. Even if you're a pretty chilled person with an easygoing personality, who on the outside doesn't seem to be affected by stress. Sadly, things like hitting the snooze button, checking your phone during the night, and drinking too much coffee and energy drinks increases cortisol above and beyond your body's normal level. To make matters worse, when you wake up in the morning, cortisol is at its highest. So when, like me, you've been dealing with cortisol poisoning for years and your morning cup of joe is one of the first things you consume in the morning, and you constantly dose yourself up with more coffee or energy drinks during the day, your cortisol overload is a ticking time bomb. After so many days, weeks, months, and years of dealing with cortisol poisoning, you develop adrenal fatigue. It's that tired to your bones feeling that makes getting through your day feel like an uphill battle. And the more coffee and energy drinks you drink, the more cortisol is flooding your bloodstream. That said, caffeine is not all bad, and there are safe and healthy ways to get the benefits of caffeine without the persistent fatigue cycle or risk of cortisol spiking, or the precursor side effects to cortisol poisoning, being jitters, anxiety, headaches, stomach issues, and the inevitable coffee crash.
I would be drinking coffee every day, the super strong, best, most wake up kind of coffee that I can find. And I would start getting stomach aches because of all the caffeine and espresso and everything. With Early Bird, I don't get any stomach aches, stomach pains, no digestive issues. It's really healthy for you and clean. And it really does actually work. It helps wake me up every time. Without it, I can feel it. I don't wake up.
You know, I've always had trouble waking up in the morning, but let me tell you about this product right here. Make this in this little shaker before you go to sleep, and when your alarm goes off, first thing you do, you take this and drink it. Ever since I've been drinking this, I don't even have coffee in the morning anymore, and I go straight to my workout, and I don't even need a pre-workout drink. I mean, this thing's really been a life changer. I've been able to get up right away every morning, never hit snooze 100 times anymore.
After I got my first tub of Early Bird, and that first morning, it felt instantaneous. Like I was able to get up and get moving and without rolling over and falling back to sleep. I didn't have a crash hours later. I found myself just more motivated and focused.
I've been taking it for about a month now, I think, and I actually wake up in the morning kind of looking forward to it. Like I'm happy and I'm not jittery and I'm not coming down. It just feels good.
It's time to show you exactly why you might be experiencing this and how to enjoy caffeine without the fatigue cycle. Speaking of stress, check please. Right. I want you to think about something. What if you could wave a magic wand and get all the benefits you wished coffee had, and your cortisol levels were auto-magically regulated to be more healthy and balanced, so you're less anxious, less jittery, and less reactive to high stress? Or maybe you could picture this. Imagine yourself waking up tomorrow morning and within minutes enjoying the feeling of being wide awake with full body energy, along with sharp mental clarity and motivation that lasts all day. Well, that magic wand has a name. It's an ancient medicinal herb called ashwagandha. And if you're serious about overcoming morning fatigue, then now is the time to pay attention.
Ashwagandha is medically acclaimed as one of nature's top, if not the #1 adaptogenic herb that has the incredible ability to safely and effectively help your mind and body to adapt to stress, anxiety, and fatigue. And best of all, with no withdrawal symptoms.
What is up, Early Bird community? Today I'm back with Dr. Chris. Every day we get tons of reviews, and some of my favorite ones are from nurses and doctors and surgeons, everybody in the medical field. So we brought Dr. Chris on to actually talk with him more specifically about the ingredients. Welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So I'm a doctor of pharmacy. I'm a published researcher focusing on infectious disease, rapid diagnostics, all kinds of fun things. And I was just brought on to review how well they did, and they knocked it out of the park.
One of the key ingredients that I think, when we were formulating that, when we were testing, I really kind of fell in love with was ashwagandha. So can you talk about what is ashwagandha, what is its primary benefits, and one of the things that we kind of went down the rabbit hole of is the different forms of ashwagandha. And that's when we kind of settled on KSM 66.
Yep.
So if you could talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So ashwagandha, if you read 10 articles, it's going to tell you 10 different things it does. It does a little bit of everything. But the most important thing is it helps modulate your stress response. It helps normalize cortisol levels. The way that I like explaining it to people, the simplest way is if you're driving into work on Monday, you get cut off, you're like, okay, that's part of life. Tuesday, oh, I am not happy. By Wednesday, you're hitting the steering wheel, you're yelling at the person, and that is not a normal stress response. Now, Monday, after you had the entire weekend to kind of recharge and reset, then you have that stress response on Monday. Ashwagandha, with consistent use, is a way to maintain that throughout every day.
It's important to mention that a swarm of, shall I say, less ethical supplement companies are trying to ride the coattails of the ashwagandha buzz. But to save costs and line their own pockets, they source the cheaper, less effective version of ashwagandha, derived from the leaves of the plant and not where the most potent and concentrated source of ashwagandha is found, which is the roots of the plant.
They're doing this so they can add the ashwagandha name to their label and sell more pills at a profit. But the dosage will barely make a difference. They call this label dressing. It angers me to the core. You should be extremely wary of it, and it's something we take a strong stand against.
It's like ordering a filet mignon and being served the fat trimmings.
I discovered the ugly side of the health industry because when I was testing ingredients for our morning cocktail, I initially did it for my own personal use. For that reason, I only wanted the very best quality ingredients that I knew would be true to their claim. Let me show you what real quality looks like. Through research, I discovered a company that dedicated over 14 years in research and development, fine-tuning its unique green extraction process, yielding the highest potency of ashwagandha root, called KSM 66 Ashwagandha.
KSM 66 specifically is one of the best forms. There are a handful of patented trademark forms, and that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, right? A lot of people say, oh, it's patented, big pharma. No, what that means is that there's a reliable supply chain where you get exactly what you expect 100% of the time, and it's standardized. You're not going to take KSM 66 one day and you're going to feel great, and then the next day it's completely off, which is what can happen with a lot of ingredients that don't have that little TM up in the corner.
And you know what else is cool? In addition to working with our other ingredients to help you handle anxiety, stress, and fatigue, advanced studies prove that KSM 66 also improves memory and cognitive function, promotes strength, endurance, and immunity, lowers inflammation and blood pressure, boosts sexual wellness and performance in both men and women, and increases energy levels from adrenal fatigue.
Speaking of lowering inflammation and improving cognitive function to live a more active, happy life, I want you to watch this short but inspiring case study from Paula. Then we'll share more about the other ingredients, including the truth about caffeine that we wish we knew earlier. See you on the other side.
When I wake up every morning, I struggle with inflammatory really, really bad. Like, my first thought is I can't get up and do anything. It was difficult to make it through the day. When I was done working, I was done with everything. I have 7 herniated discs and a lot of inflammatory issues, and I know this is not a painkiller or medication in any way, but it helps with those. And within 15-20 minutes of drinking the early bird, I'm like, wow, okay, I can do anything. I can do whatever I want. I'm good, or have the energy to go do the things that I want to do for me, and I didn't have that before. I did not have that before. It wakes up your mind, and just being alert, even at the end of the day, just feeling like my brain is sharp. I think waking up your brain is a really big part of waking up your body. My only regret was that this wasn't available 20 years ago, or actually 25 years ago. I think if I would, I know if I would have had this after I had my daughter, that there was a lot of roads I wouldn't have had to go down, a lot of struggles I wouldn't have had to endure. But just knowing that through the aging process, I have something like this to make me feel good, not feel like I'm aging. I can take care of my family. It's life-changing.
If I were Nick Fury putting a team of Avengers together on a mission to wake up early, ashwagandha...
Can you stop with the Marvel references?
I can do this all day.
Stop it!
Ashwagandha forever! Now, if you were outraged by the immoral label dressing practices, I'm about to pull back the curtains on another shocking fact that quite literally is happening right under your nose every time you consume caffeine. You'll remember us saying when we were trying to formulate our own morning cocktail, we tested a bunch of different habits and ingredients.
We even experimented with different coffees and energy drinks, but both of these only perpetuated the same side effects that we were trying to avoid.
Through our research, we discovered 3 secrets that science points to as being the most important elements for what we wanted our morning cocktail to achieve. And these secrets required 3 specific blends of natural ingredients. 1 for clean energy, 1 for motivation, and 1 for supercharged hydration.
When you understand the benefits of clean energy, you won't look at coffee the same way again. Did you know that not all caffeine is the same?
This is something I wish I knew decades ago. Get this, there's synthetic caffeine and then there's natural caffeine. When I discovered how the difference between synthetic and natural caffeine was connected to my cortisol poisoning, I was shocked to the core.
If you want to enjoy caffeine without the side effects, pay attention to this.
Synthetic caffeine was actually introduced by the Nazis in 1942 to keep caffeine supplies available during the war. It's cheaper to produce than it is to source natural ingredients, and therefore is mass-produced and made to be highly potent. In fact, approximately 1/16 of a spoon is equivalent to a large coffee, and as little as a teaspoon of it could be lethal to a human. Synthetic caffeine undergoes harsh chemical exposure during production, such as methylene chloride, ethyl acetate, and carbon dioxide.
Did you know synthetic caffeine actually glows, as in like fluorescent?
Scary, right? To remove the glow, the caffeine that is then rinsed with sodium nitrate, acidic acid, sodium carbonate, and chloroform. This kind of chemical cocktail is not what you thought you were sipping on with your morning coffee or energy drink, am I right?
What you need is natural caffeine.
Believe it or not, natural caffeine is perfectly healthy. Humans exploited it to the #1 drug on the planet. On our quest to formulate the perfect morning drink, we found a way to make caffeine healthy again. Here's how. Did you know natural caffeine is found in over 60 plant species? And here's the kicker. Most of us know that coffee is simply brewed roasted coffee beans. But what you might not know, before the coffee beans are roasted, they're actually seeds of a fruit. These seeds are in the center pulp of a fruit called coffee berry. For centuries, the coffee berry fruit was thrown away as a wasted product while harvesting the coffee beans, or seeds.
What's fascinating is coffee berries are known for their rich concentration of antioxidants. These antioxidants have the ability to act against harmful free radicals that cause inflammation, aging, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and more. Do you want to guess a common cause of these free radicals? Stress.
Ironic, isn't it?
Nature wrapped the coffee bean around an antioxidant-rich fruit that protects your body against the same harmful side effects caused by drinking too much straight caffeine.
Can you get your head around that? It's like buying an orange for vitamin C, but only eating the seeds and throwing the rest away. Come on, enough's enough. Lucky for you, we use organic green coffee beans to get the purest, most natural caffeine. These are just raw, unroasted beans. We use the same gold standard as we did with ashwagandha for finding the world's best source of green coffee beans. It was the first non-GMO product verified caffeine product on the market and has a whopping 6 certifications, one of which is purely sourced from a USDA certified organic green coffee bean.
I can't say enough good things about it. I've even shown this to my therapist and then also my natural doctor, and both of them said, yeah, this stuff has got a lot of really great ingredients. They were like, yeah, this is good for you to take. And it really has been. It's been amazing for me.
I was just tired of the heavy caffeine load and then the crash. Early Bird, I decided to try it because the caffeine is not a whole lot. The ingredients in it seemed pretty clean. I'm glad I did because it's effective. It supports your mood, your mental focus, everything that I needed, and it's working great. I even got some for my wife. She loves it too. Loves the flavor.
Wait a second. What about the coffee berry fruit that offsets all the side effects?
Don't worry, we brought the berry back, packed with all the antioxidant benefits, including an increase in the body's production of a neuroprotein called BDNF, which stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It acts as an effective protection against cognitive decline, including Alzheimer's disease, multiple sclerosis, and Parkinson's disease. You see, people have tampered with nature far too long. Coffee is the old way, barely changing in centuries. If you're nostalgic to the good old-fashioned hot cup of caffeine we call coffee, then you might as well stop using electricity. Throw away your cell phone and sell your car for a horse and buggy. Because coffee hasn't changed since those days, but technology and science has. Know more about the human body and brain now, and it's become physically and mentally irresponsible to ignore it. If you want a longer, energy-fueled life with all the extra available health benefits, then it's time to introduce you to the new way, the future of waking up early.
Just in case anyone's asking, yes, I brought my early bird to my rheumatologist. She looked it up, she looked over some things, and she is fully okay with everything that's in there. She's perfectly fine with me drinking this. So if anybody has any concerns, feel free to bring it to your doctor. Have your doctor look it over. I literally brought the tub into the office and I was like, hey, I want you to look at this. This is something that I'm trying. And she was like, all right, I'll check it out. My doctor read into it. Like, she literally took the time to read into everything, and she said, no, go for it, try it. If it's helping you, you do it.
So I studied it a little bit more to find out all the ingredients in there, and I was like, wow, this stuff's legit.
Attention new dads, you need early bird. The fact that it'll get you through the rough mornings, but it's not going to make you edgy or irritable or feeling like you need to re-up over and over again. That's the game changer right there. I can't go anywhere without it.
We are thrilled, proud, and excited to officially introduce you to our Early Bird Morning Cocktail with no sugar, no carbs, no calories, and 13 all-natural, high-quality ingredients, including 5 patented ingredients.
The Early Bird Morning Cocktail is the world's first formulation of its kind to unlock clean energy, motivation, and supercharged hydration for waking up early, being more alert and productive to conquer the day.
I'm going to do a deeper breakdown of all our ingredients shortly, so keep watching. Here's one big factor that makes our morning cocktail completely unique and unmatched to any other method for waking up early. The Early Bird Morning Cocktail is created to be made before bed, left on your nightstand so it's ready to grab and drink in less than 20 seconds of waking up, making it super easy to resist the snooze button.
Pro tip, leave a couple ice cubes in there to keep it cold. They'll be melted in the morning and your morning cocktail will be cold and ready to enjoy.
I just followed the guidelines of mixing my cocktail shaker in the evening, putting it right by my bed, and like as soon as my first alarm went off, sitting up and drinking it. Kind of surprised that it was like fun, like something I started to look forward to in the morning, right? I was giving myself something to help me wake up, but also like immediately hydrating myself. This became like a little, like a fun part of my morning routine. To wake up, have my cocktail, shake my shaker. 10-15 minutes, I just felt awake, and I was like, okay, I'm awake now.
And so one of the things we focus on with Early Bird Morning Cocktail is the hydration side of things.
Yes.
We wake up super dehydrated. So can you explain like why are electrolytes so important, and are they even more important in the morning?
Yeah, so what's happening is it takes a very small amount of weight loss due to water loss to start impacting your cognitive function. It's pretty well researched. We realized that people were just making errors. They just weren't able to function at that peak level that we wanted, right? It is going to be bad in the morning because what's happening while you're sleeping? Are you drinking? No, but it is still needed for all the metabolic processes that are going on. So we wake up partially dehydrated.
What electrolytes would you recommend that are imperative for somebody's?
Yeah, so sodium, potassium, and calcium are going to be the top 3 that I would recommend. And the one that can be worrisome is going to be potassium. When people do supplement it, they typically do too much, right? I've reviewed what you guys have in there. You guys have the perfect amount in there. But in today's society, everybody thinks more is better. This has just the right amount.
Gotcha.
It's a Goldilocks.
Awesome. I'm going to tell you all about the cool bonuses that our Early Bird community of over 100,000 go-getters absolutely love, But first, I have to fulfill a promise. Earlier, I promised to share with you 2 rare and unlikely ingredients that are clinically proven to repair the reason why cortisol is flooding your bloodstream and keeping you imprisoned in an exhausted, inflamed, unhealthy, fatigued state. The first was when we paired KSM-66 ashwagandha with our natural caffeine. The second magic ingredient is what I'm going to share. Every day, customers message us with enormous heartfelt gratitude for how the benefits from this powerful ingredient changed their life. To frame this properly, I have to ask you a serious question. How would your life look if your speed of thinking, fluency in speaking, writing skills, memory, focus and attention were to dramatically increase? How would that improve your work life, your income, and relationships? Example, tell me I'm not the only one who has had this happen to them. Have you ever been in a conversation where it feels like your brain is lagging behind and words don't come to you quick enough? Before Early Bird, I had some conversations that were somewhat argumentative, but I was able to nail the world's best ever comeback. Problem was, it was usually 30 minutes after the conversation ended because my morning brain fog barely lifted. Or this, maybe you bump into someone you know, but for the life of you, you can't remember their name, no matter how hard you try.
These kinds of brain delays are all symptoms of excessively high cortisol levels from stress, which studies have proven to not only have a negative effect on cognitive brain speed and memory, but what's even more concerning is research now shows that excessive cortisol is linked to overall brain health, dementia, Alzheimer's, and more.
So you can imagine how thrilled we were to discover another natural ingredient called L-theanine, which is proven to reverse cognitive dysfunction caused by stress-related cortisol overload. You know, if you're looking at our formula, what ingredients kind of stand out to you as like most beneficial and what you kind of are surprised by, I guess?
So the KSM-66 was one of my favorites, right? That's just in and of itself, it helps with a little bit of everything, not only the stress side of things, and it's going to balance out any stimulants that are in here. All right, and then the other one that I really love that's in here is going to be L-theanine. So L-theanine it comes from tea, it's natural, and this is one that actually had to go through the full GRASP process. And for anybody who doesn't know, it's the FDA's way of approving but not approving supplements. So it is one of the first ones that had to go through this lengthy thing to prove that not only did it work, but it was also incredibly safe. So I love theanine as an ingredient. And what it does is it doesn't relax you like a normal sedative or anything like that. It gets in, you have a gas pedal in your brain, and it just gets under the gas pedal so that you can't push it all the way down to the floor. So when you should be just jittery or something like that, if you have to, let's say you drink 5 of these, you're going to be a little jittery. Yeah. Anybody is. Yeah. But the theanine is going to be in there to help balance it out and keep a steady hand and not make you as anxious.
So for people that are even, that are watching this that never have been able to take caffeine because of, jitters and the side effects, if they combine it with L-theanine, that might be an option for them.
It could be an option. That could be the thing that allows them to enjoy caffeine like the other 50% of the world.
Gotcha. Get this. One of the mind-blowing unique benefits of L-theanine is its synergistic effect with other ingredients, meaning its incredible ability to combine and interact with other compounds on a scientific level. It's nothing short of miraculous. So what happens when we combine L-theanine with our organic green coffee bean and coffee berry? I'll tell you, magic. Improved performance and speed and accuracy, heightened energy levels and awareness, enhanced creativity, bring it on, reduce the effects from caffeine like crashes, headaches, or high blood pressure, and instantly, yes, I said instantly, improves cognitive skills and memory, focus, and literally all other skills of speaking, reading, and writing. Plus, overall brain health, combating against degenerative brain diseases.
I was not only able to wake up earlier, I was alert, I was able to focus and concentrate like I haven't been able to before, and I was able to focus and get things done.
Before Early Bird, I struggled with getting up and just not being in a brain fog. It just seemed like getting up early, you got that fog, you can't get your thoughts together, you can't speak and put your sentences together the way you like, and that was my biggest challenge.
As a senior citizen, being able to have the energy to really enjoy life has been a added blessing, because I can do more things that I used to could do when I was younger, that I was sort of, after going through 10 years of some health issues, was not able to do. And now I find myself being able to get back and be involved in those activities.
Early bird is going to help me have that edge, the edge that I need, like I talked about before, where I'm able to wake up, get hydration in me, get the brain working the way I want, and then at the same time be able to put sentences together, send my message out in an appropriate manner, and clearly have the drive and the motivation to get things done without the jitters, without my heart racing, and then definitely without the crash a couple hours later. It's a big part of it. It's definitely a life changer, whether I get a full night's sleep or not. This is definitely something that's helping me stay on top of my game.
Make no mistake, L-theanine is one of our star ingredients that, when paired together with our patented natural caffeine blend, reverses the negative cognitive effects that millions of fatigued coffee lovers live with every day.
The full breakdown of our ingredients is coming up, but I have to address one of our most burning questions about the flavor. What does it taste like? This was huge for us as we developed the morning cocktail. We wanted something we'd actually look forward to in the morning, and also something that felt more palatable as a morning drink. We tested dozens of different flavors and eventually found the ultimate winner, which is a delicious blood orange mimosa flavor to die for. We also felt that given orange juice had a positive association to a healthy breakfast, our unique blood orange mimosa blend simply made sense.
Little did we know the powerful neurological effect drinking something this delicious as soon as we wake up would have on helping you wake up early. Literally, countless customers rave after just a few mornings of drinking the morning cocktail. They actually look forward to waking up.
I think it's like just another morning routine that you genuinely look forward to, and that creates like a positive feedback loop of other morning routines that you genuinely start to look forward to and prioritize for yourself. It's freaking delicious.
Absolutely a phenomenal thing to wake up to in the morning. It's a treat sitting on your nightstand, and I know that sounds crazy, but with the different flavors and even the orange, the original mimosa is so good. I look forward to the taste of it every morning to get me up, get me moving. It makes the mornings easier, and when the mornings are easier, it makes the rest of the day easier. It's not only a great way to start the day, but it sets the tone for the whole rest of your day. Makes the whole day better.
Can you remember the last time you looked forward to waking up? It's an extra benefit that our early bird community raves about, and we agree.
Also at Club Early Bird, we are famous for our limited edition flavor drops. Once you become a customer and you receive our signature Early Bird starter kit, you'll get access to these limited edition flavor drops that we do every couple of months. In the past, we've launched strawberry daiquiri, blue raz chiller, pink guava colada, key lime pie martini, caramel apple martini, cherry lime mojito, even a stevia and monk fruit tropical sunrise, and more. All the limited edition flavors have these same amazing ingredients, but just a different flavor.
Something we didn't expect but love is just how creative our customers are using our Early Bird Morning Cocktail. In our private Facebook group, we have amazing flavor battles where people mix different flavor combinations together, create incredible tasting smoothies, shakes, and juices, and mix it with their favorite protein powder or greens drink to make it even more delicious and healthy. Also, what we found is people have different tolerances to sweetness. Most members love it exactly the way it is. However, we do have members who add more water to make it less sweet, and we have other sweet tooth members who enjoy adding even more for a stronger taste. Either way, you're covered and you'll love it.
I'm actually super thankful I found Early Bird. Again, I've been on it for about a month. I actually bought several times to get several flavors of it, and repurchased 3 times in the past month just to make sure I had them because I love the flavors so much. And I look forward to it every morning. I change my flavors up. I mix my flavors. I get up every morning and have this by my bed ready to drink. Thank you, Early Bird. I really have enjoyed this product, and I've gone off of a lot of different morning things that I was taking before, caffeine pills and different things to get up and be ready. And I've actually bought this for several of my colleagues and friends too to help them. Appreciate it.
Okay, it's time to get a little bit nerdy and give you a quick breakdown of our amazing ingredients that are responsible for transforming tens of thousands of night owls into motivated early birds.
What are the ingredients? Awesome question. You don't want to put anything nasty into your body, especially first thing in the morning. All our ingredients are FDA approved and have GRAS status, which stands for Generally Recognized as Safe. We have 5 patented ingredients, which are much higher quality than their generic counterparts. You have a hard time finding a supplement that has more patented ingredients than the Early Bird Morning Cocktail. It also has 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 carbs.
Here's our supplement label. We broke it down into 3 parts which represent the 3 main benefits. Supercharged hydration blend through electrolytes, calcium, sodium, and potassium to help instantly rehydrate your body after losing over a pound of water overnight. Our clean energy blend includes natural caffeine from 2 patented ingredients, PureCaf and Infinergy. We paired that with 2 aminos, L-theanine and L-tyrosine, along with the antioxidants blueberry powder, broccoli extract, green tea extract, turmeric, and tart cherry extract. This provides a smooth energy without the side effects.
But I really like the fact that you guys included tyrosine in here. So tyrosine is an amino acid. It's the precursor to catecholamines, which are adrenaline, right? That's how everybody looks at it. So the thing that turns into adrenaline in your body is tyrosine. And if you take caffeine, which just has a decent amount of caffeine, a healthy amount of caffeine in it, you can deplete that. And that's something that a lot of people don't think about. So long-term, people end up with adrenal fatigue and all of these other things. You're getting the building block so that you never run out of that supply. It's genius.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
And our third blend being our Be Happy blend for increased motivation from mood-boosting nootropics, ashwagandha, theobromine, and coffee berry. By now, you can see why all the hard work and commitment we put into sourcing quality ingredients into our patented blends are attracting such amazing stories like this.
Basically, for years and years and years, I have been the grumpiest person in the world in the morning. Brain fog, lack of motivation, I don't want anybody to talk to me, hard to get things done, hard to just get my day started and get moving. And so I have tried so many things, from every energy drink under the sun, coffee, tea, cold showers. I drank straight beet juice at one point and it was awful, as you can imagine. And so nothing really took, nothing really worked. And you know, some of those things, they make you feel bad, they give you jitters. And so my fiance happened upon Early Bird and she was like, why don't we try this? Maybe this could be the thing. So we tried Early Bird and it's honestly made a big difference. I'm much more clear in the morning. I'm much easier to talk to in the morning, and I'm getting things done, and I'm getting a lot of things done, and it's been great. I can actually get to the end of my day and feel like I accomplished a lot because I started the day motivated and clear, and Early Bird has been very good for that, and it's become a thing that we drink every morning. And you know, if I need a little pick-me-up midway through the day, I have a little then too, and it's been really great, and I'm happy to have finally come across something that's beneficial. So I highly recommend it. It's been great.
Now, you can try and buy all those ingredients individually yourself, or you can try our Early Bird Morning Cocktail and see the difference it makes for your mornings. Rest assured, our Early Bird Morning Cocktail helps you even if you are sensitive to caffeine, you have hypothyroidism, you have IBS, you have Hashimoto's, if you need an afternoon pick-me-up, even if you've tried every other product under the sun.
Now I've tried this. Again, I didn't design this. I had no input on any of the formula. I've tried this and I drink it most mornings now. It tastes delicious. So it tastes better than coffee. It has a similar function, but it's improved on traditional coffee. So I'm a fan, plus the hydration piece.
Awesome, appreciate that. The best way to start is with our signature Early Bird Starter Kit. For starters, you won't miss our custom designed box. I promise you this, the moment you see this at your door, mark the date because your life will never be the same again. You won't know yourself.
Let's see what's in the box.
All right.
You get your tub of our Blood Orange Mimosa morning cocktail and you're going to love it. The tub has 45 full servings, 1 serving each morning for 45 days with a measured scoop inside. You'll also get the following free bonuses. Our famous free cocktail shaker. Normally $29, but it's yours free. And in the unlikely event you want to return our product for a full refund, no problem at all. You can still keep the shaker, it's on us, just for trying Early Bird. The next free bonus is our free shipping. Order today and we will pay for your shipping.
The following free bonuses are super popular. Early Bird ebooks. The first free ebook is our 30-day Early Bird Morning Routine Challenge. It's a step-by-step guide into the best morning habits we've personally tried and tested, along with links to instructional videos, accountability Facebook group, and easy-to-track workbook to measure your transformation. The second free ebook is the Early Bird Secrets to Deep REM Sleep. This is our heavily researched but easy-to-follow guide with proven methods to fall asleep quicker, longer, be less restless, and bank more REM sleep, which is the most restorative stage of sleep. And our Early Bird Celebrity Morning Routine ebook. Would you like to see the morning routines of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Kevin Hart, Mark Zuckerberg, Tom Cruise, Michelle Obama, Brad Pitt, and more, all compiled in an easy-to-read guide.
And one more super cool bonus. You'll get access to our Early Bird exclusive private Facebook group where you can connect with fellow like-minded go-getters who openly share their journey, experience, and insight on making the most on your morning, your days, and life. It's super motivating and you'll love the interaction.
So my Early Bird experience has been amazing. It's such a great community, and besides the fabulous taste and how the products work and the amazing flavors they come up with, especially key lime pie, and you knew I was going to throw that plug in there that needs to be a permanent flavor. We're all ready to do a petition on it. But Chucky and Shelby are the most amazing people. They've grown this company and this community, brought us all together, and they engage with us in such a positive, energetic way for us all to get done.
Right now, you have 2 paths you can go down. Number 1, you can continue doing what you're doing, maybe having 2 or more cups of coffee or energy drinks just to get through the day. If so, then please take any health issues seriously, because if you do have excessive cortisol, it only gets worse with every sip of your hot cup of caffeine or synthetic caffeine energy drink. Number 2, you could try our Early Bird morning cocktail and experience the results for yourself and finally see what all the hype is about from our thousands of 5-star reviews. You can look forward to having better mornings than ever before without the side effects, without taking pills or patches or anything like that. And you're covered by our 100% money back guarantee, not for 30 days, but for 60 days, no questions asked, and you can keep our shaker either way. You can also choose Shop Pay installments to break up your payments into 4 easy interest-free payments. Will you make the smart decision and join the 100,000 early birds who now wake up early with clean energy and motivation to get done? Join Club Early Bird today to take advantage of your free bonuses, and we'll see you on the inside.